is that in Berlin right now, there are crazy things happening. And I think in a few years' time, we're going to look back on this time now and just go, what?
They say it fades if you let it. But I don't know.
The best team will win, because I only believe in execution. So if somebody steals your idea and can do it better than you can, well, then they deserve to win. I don't believe in like protecting ideas, because ideas are worthless. So go talk to everyone you can, get their feedback, see if the idea sticks with them, and then, you know, build that.
They say it grows.
I think it's like, it's ignoring everything, kind of like ignoring everything, like all your fears about legal stuff or founding a company or paying taxes, everything, right? You have to ignore, and then you just do it, and then later you'll find out about all these problems, and that's okay, right? Because then you're already started.
This year's Startup Day is all about inspiration. So we are very happy to have here Readmill, IAM, Hitfox, Jitsi, Toast, and our TU Berlin startups, CarSap and Panorama Wurfkamera.
We want to create a new kind of photography. So the idea is that if you take a picture, you not only are able to look in one direction, but in every direction.
But I can wait. I can wait.
Number one thing is basically no one believes in you, and everyone tells you that's completely bollocks, and there's so many people out there who are trying to do the same thing. So this is the second thing. I think my two key learnings is basically it's all about rejection. You won't survive without basically two things, which is resilience and drive.
We had this idea, we wanted to build something big in gifting, and I think finding an actual problem that people need to have solved is pretty important, and addressing that quickly and trying a lot of different things to find the one that fits is
But I can wait. I can wait.
So basically it's not one idea, it's one direction, and within this direction we will do multiple business models. The earlier the stage in the startup, the less you can actually plan. So you basically have hypotheses that make sense, but then you go to the market, learn something, and immediately must adapt.
CarSap is a new carsharing solution, and we are developing a peer-to-peer carsharing platform which allows car owner to put their car on the platform and rent it out to other people.
And if you worked on a project for a very long time, it means you already chosen a lot of directions. And it means often you cannot go just back, right? Because going back is, well, it's going back, and you need to go, you know, to the front again. And it's really complicated. It's a cycle that you get into. So like shipping fast, shipping early, like really get your thing out as soon as possible, right? Like forget everything else and just ship it and see what happens.
The least important moment in your whole company career is your launch. So literally, I mean, I remember it was like over a year ago a little bit, and we had like TechCrunch, Mashable, GigaOM, like all lined up, and everything that happens is new. And I think a lot of companies, also us, develop really earn a certain, I call that target group arrogance or design arrogance. So you have actually, after you launch, no idea who your customers actually are. And you think you have an idea of who you want your customers to be, but you don't. And the only way of dealing with that thing is actually look at the data.
So I always suggest just get out there and talk to people, because the people you talk to and the feedback you get from them, those people are also going to be like your early adopters.
And there is this rule which is called A players hire other A players, but B players hire C players. So you have to try to find the absolute best people, and that's I mean, not only skills but also fitting in with your culture and believing have kind of the same base values as you have, so you know that you can kind of trust them to going that extra mile on every single thing that you're trying to do. You got to see it as you step into a room and there's an infinite set of things to do. So you just gotta get the biggest machete you can find and just go in there and start shopping away with the things that you find most relevant. Nobody's gonna give you like, oh, here's your domain, this is what you're gonna be responsible for, so you just do that and everything will be fine. Wrong. This is chaos, and try to figure out which is most worth and the ones you can execute on really well, and go do those things. If you do those things, I'll be super happy. Like, leave me alone.